Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of the Seattle Mariners, and today we are playing the Houston Astros at the end of, what are we at, the 28th of April, so almost at the end of the first month of the season. And you can see here, things have not maybe gone as well as I was hoping they would go, but certainly better than previous seasons, so that's a positive. We'll have a quick look. Basically, the season's gone, I think, how a lot of us thought it was going to, and that pitching has been quite good statistically. Defensive, look at that, we're rated first in the league, so that's fantastic. What has let us down again, though, is hitting. There's been some high spots. I mean, the big high spot you can see there, J.P. Crawford is leading the batting averages, coming in, of course, to play third place in place of Kyle Sager, so that's brilliant. Reynolds has been strong. Tyler Walls has had a good start to the season as well. Home runs, we can see more in RBIs, I think, that Maury and Vogelbach have been effective, if not particularly great. Home runs are still a bit of an issue. We're not hitting enough of them. Stolen bases is what you'd expect. You can see the batting war there. The pitching side of things, for the most part, good. Cornel Hesko, of course, our Czech Republic superstar, as advertised. Justice Sheffield's been quite good. Brad Hand's been quite good. You can see, though, Dunn has been a little bit unlucky. We'll get to sort of the schedule in a second. I'd say he's been more unlucky than poor, but Ryan Barucki has been poor to start the season. There's no way around that. He's really, really struggled to start the year. The fact that he was so good for us last year, if we have a quick look, last year he had, 28 games started, ERA of just under 3.5, WAR of 1.7, ERA plus of over 100. He was quite solid for us last year. So if it wasn't for that, we probably would have at least put him into the bullpen by now. His main problem this year is giving up 3 home runs per 9 innings pitched. You can't do that, obviously. Everything else there, his whip is high, and that's probably costing him if you're only giving up so many home runs as well. But yeah, I just feel like he's just been he's been the disappointment so far. Otherwise, it's not been too bad. If we have a quick look, I'll show you the pitching stats for the season to date, so you can have a quick look at sort of the more detailed here. Hursko's been brilliant. He actually has only won one game. His record doesn't look great, but his ERA is really good. And if you have a look at his WAR, he's 1.6 already, which is, I'm assuming, really good. He actually has had a really good year. We have a look at the hitting side of things. Yeah, like I was saying, sort of the positives. Crawford's been brilliant for us. Vogelbach has been effective, as has Maury. Murphy's been a bit hot and cold. Smith has been a big disappointment. We've actually dropped him out of the team for this one. That's how big of a disappointment he has been. There has been one change to the lineup. You'll notice that Carlos Toki is back in. He's come back in, and Lewis, who was a youngster that we gave a chance to. Here he is here. He just wasn't doing it. What did he have? He had 12 at bat. I mean, he was more of a backup player anyway, but he'd started 3 games. He's only been on base once in that time. I was a little bit skeptical about him anyway, so we've dropped him back to AAA, hopefully. I mean, it looks like he's had a couple of good games since he got back to AAA, so we'll let him keep his development going. We've called Toki back in. I did toy with calling up Kalinic, but he's still on a minor league contract. He's up a division. He only played A-ball last year, so he's not smashing it to pieces so far. Early days in the season, obviously. So I thought, I don't want to rush him through too quickly, but I think he might be next cab off the rank. There's some other decent youngsters in the AAA team, but they're not. I'm not convinced they're as good as he is potential, and not as good as he is potentially. It's that simple, isn't it? This guy's okay, but again, no one's really lighting up AAA particularly. Toki was doing quite well. He was batting over 300, but everybody else here is kind of average at best. So I don't want to sort of rush it. So that's the change that we've made, but the rest of the hitting stats there you can see. If you need a little bit longer, just give it a quick pause perhaps. This is the schedule as it looks so far. Now after, of course, the opening day win against the A's, we went and did it again in Game 2, which was brilliant. Game 3, this was the first of many poor starts from Barucki. 2.2 innings, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. It was the first of many poor starts. We did manage to win the fourth game of the series, though, to win the opening series 3-4, which is brilliant. Then we hosted the Yankees. Game 1, this was Justin Dunn at his absolute elite. So you can see the scorecard there as well, the batting side of things. But he was 7 innings, 2 hits, 0 walks, 0 earned runs, obviously. A really, really good performance from Dunny there. So that was good. We lost game 2, unfortunately. Game 3 was a case of another poor start. You can see there 5 runs in the first 2 innings for them, but we did manage on this occasion to peg it back. I have to scroll down a little bit further there. Justice Sheffield, though, 2 innings for 5 earned runs wasn't great, but the rest of the bullpen did okay. Brennan kind of almost let it slip away, but Smith came in and got the save in the end, so that was really good. And 4 for 5, Crawford leading off the batting in this one as well, which is obviously very, very good. So I was really happy with that win, actually. Then we played the Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers were the best team in baseball in the regular season last year, and they really did give us a bit of a touch-up. Game 2 here got a little bit out of control, 10 runs given up. I think we can blame a little bit of that, perhaps, on the fact Corbin Martin picked up an injury, 1.2 innings. He wasn't having the best start anyway. He'd already given up 2 runs. But then the bullpen just wasn't able to do it for us. Abreu gave up 4 runs in his 2.2. Markell gave up 4 in his 1. It was just, and then Hand came in and just did a brilliant. He's actually been quite good as well for us, the left arm of Seattle there. So that was, just a disappointing. I think there's maybe an excuse with the starter going out injured. In game 3, we never really got going. The disappointing about this thing, we only got 1 hit. Look who the pitcher was. It was Kikuchi. The guy we got rid of, Leakey, forced it himself. He's gone to the LA. His ERA of 2.9. His ERA wasn't actually that bad for us anyway. But he was an absolute star for them last season. He's not started off too bad this year either. So that was frustrating that Leakey Forster got the better of us there. But it can happen, can't it? Hopefully he doesn't go on to become some sort of world-beating all-star. Then we went and played the Kansas City Royals. This was a disappointing series. Game 1 here, we got the win, which is good. The 4th innings here was a 3-run home run by Daniel Murphy. That sort of cancelled out. They got 3. We pegged them straight back, so that was good. Then we added in another run in the 9th just to make sure of it. So that was a good performance. That was the Justice Sheffield average start, and then the bullpen kind of did the rest for him from there. Then we lost the rest of the series, though, which was, needless to say, very disappointing. It's just a poor first innings in game 3. We gave up 3 runs. We were just never able to chip it back. So that was, as I said, disappointing. Day's break, then we played the Oakland A's again. We lost the first one 1-0. This was extremely, extremely frustrating because we out-hit them 11-4. But we lost the game 1-0. Really, really annoying. And it was a single home run. Hursko gave up the home run. 7 innings, only 1 earned run, 3 hits. And got the loss for that one. So a really, really harsh loss for our Czech friend there. Then we won the next 2 games, which was brilliant. Game 2 here, we got 5 runs in the first, 3 in the 7th. But we never really looked back after that first innings. And the start for this one, Justice Sheffield, 6.1 innings, 0 earned runs. And Marco Gonzalez from the bullpen came in and closed it out again without giving up any earned runs. So excellent stuff there. And then game 3, we just about scraped past them, which was good. Then we played the LA Angels. Now, LA Angels, if you have a quick look up here, you'll see they are the worst team in the division this year, which is surprising, but also frustrating because they won 3 or 4 against us. Game 1 here, Baruki. It was another poor start from him. Where are we over here? 4.1 innings, 5 runs given up, and Abreu came out of the bullpen. 2 innings, 3 earned runs. Not a great day all round for us there, but that was, a Baruki, as I said, not quite started the season well enough. Game 2 here, again, we lost heavily, I'd say, and again, 5 runs in the, you can see there, 5 runs in the 3rd, and again, it was a poor start from Dunn. 2.2 innings, 6 earned runs, and we just couldn't come back from that, though the rest of the bullpen didn't do too bad of a job, to be fair to them. We did manage to win game 3, which was nice, and it was Hursko finally managing to get himself a win. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, so not his best start, to be honest, but it was the win. His teammates did enough to get him across the line. So that was really, really good to see there. And then game 3, it was it was a tight one. We did lose, but the really frustrating thing in this one, if we go down here, Justice Sheffield, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, 0 earned runs. We didn't give up an earned run in this game, but obviously the error there from Justice Sheffield himself, so we can't really blame anybody but himself. It cost us 3 runs, and in the end, the game as well. And really frustrating because they did that the innings after we had taken the lead, so that tends to be the way of it sometimes. Then we played the White Sox, and again, this was a disappointing series, I've got to be honest. I really thought we'd do a little bit better against them, but we only won 1 of 3. That brings us to the current series against the Houston Astros. We lost game 1. We lost it narrowly, 2-0. It was a decent start from Hursko again, but again, he gets stuck with the loss. He's just pitching with that lucky 11 strikeouts, so look at that through 6 innings of work. That is impressive, my friends. And then game 2, we did manage to get the win. We won that in the 11th, though. It was a 2-run home run by Vogelbach. It wasn't his first home run, he hit another 2-run home run in the 7th. So a big day at the plate for Vogelbach. 2 hits with 4 RBIs. And Justice Sheffield did a decent job, 6.1 innings, only 1 earned run. It was Will Smith, actually, that had a poor day out that ended up blowing... Well, he didn't actually get stuck with the blown save, but he blew the save. So yeah, a little bit disappointing there, perhaps. But Vogelbach man of the match, 4 RBIs and a very good day at the office there. That brings us, of course, to the overall standings, and we will see that we are sitting there 3rd in the division, just behind the Oakland A's, which again is frustrating considering we're a better team than them. But the Astros, we're 1-1 in the series with them. We'll see how we go here. You can see a couple of notable things here. Taylor Walls is on a 15-game hit streak. He's absolutely smashing it to pieces so far. Hursko is leading the division in strikeouts. You probably can't see that behind my head. I wonder if I can... Here we go. I'll just make myself disappear for a second. Hursko leading the division in strikeouts with 56. Look at that. And that is 15 more than the next best guy. He's leading pitching WAR, which is good as well. And saves, right down the bottom here. Will Smith is equal 9 most in the division. So the pitching side of things is surprisingly looking as though it's our strength, and hitting in early days, obviously, but we've just not really shown up with the hitting as of yet. All right, let's have a look at the team, though, that we're sending out to face the Houston Astros. And here we go. Now, a few changes of this one. Anyway, this is the team. Taylor Walls leads us off. He's at second base. Murphy bats second at first. Reynolds in his customary number 3 spot in left field. Vogelbach cleans up as a designated hitter. Maury bats 5 at catcher. Richard Uriner comes in to play third base for this one for the fatigued J.P. Crawley, so that's a big miss. Frawley comes in to play center field for the out-of-form Malik Smith. Toki comes in to play right field for the out-of-form Henniger, and it's Freddie Galvis batting number 9 at the shortstop. Corbin Martin gets the start for us. He's been decent so far this season, a 3-0 win record. ERA, you can see there, is not too bad either. And we're up against Lucas... what's his name here? Lucas Giotto. We're up against Bigfoot. How tall is he if his name's Bigfoot? I don't know where to find that, but that's okay. He looks decent-ish. He's got a lot of pitches to choose from, doesn't he? 26 years old, and this is his first season, is it? No, he has played in the majors last year, but he's going to be his first start in the majors for this year. Let's hope we give him a baptism of fire. And here we go. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park. And let's hope we really give the Astros a bit of a touch-up here. It would be nice to win a series against them. We did have a really good record against them last year, considering where we were compared to where they were at the top of the division. Looks like the roof is closed, so there shouldn't be any impact on balls staying in the park if we're with the wind effect or anything like that. But they do lead off the game with a single, which isn't ideal. We've seen Corbin Martin be very hot and cold. They've pitched out. Surely we're going to throw him down. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Get yourself back to the dugout. And Maury nailed 7 of 13 runners this year. Better than 50%. We'll have some of that. It's Justin Turner now up against Martin. Bases empty. That should be, yes, well fielded there by Murphy. Over to Martin, and that's 2 away. Excellent, excellent stuff. Alex Bregman comes into bat now. Can Martin sit him down and get us off to a nice start in the first innings? Yes, he can. The leadoff single means nothing. We get essentially 1, 2, 3. And Taylor Walls, so far one of the surprise packets of the season. He leads us off. Counts 2-2. What can he do? He has got it back up the middle, has he? And no, he can't. Of course, 15-game hit streak on the line here for Taylor Walls as well, which is most of the season, to be honest. Daniel Murphy steps in. What can Murph do here? He's been a little bit. He's already had a cold streak for a while, but there we go. Nice single. He's back on form now, which is good. Reynolds has had a cold streak already as well, but again, he recaptured his form relatively quickly. Malik Smith has never had the frosted snowflake next to us. A double play. Reynolds, you moron. Malik Smith has never had the frosty snowflake next to his name, but he's not been great for most of the season. And the obvious one is Henniger, who's been dropped. He's, again, not really... What a strikeout that is. Henniger's not really had he started the season okay, but he's faded away very, very quickly. That's been popped up. Toki's out there, isn't he, in right field? He should make a catch. He's a very good defensive player. Not a problem in the world out there for Toki. And it brings up Yasmani Grandal. Can we end the innings nice and quickly here? Back up the middle into the shift, and it has found its way into center field. Just looped over. Who's playing shortstop? Is it Galvis at shortstop? It is Galvis. Just looped over his head there. All right. Seth Beer. Full count. 2 out. It's there to third base. Uriner. Oh, I tell you what, he whipped that to first in a hurry, didn't he? Excellent stuff there. And that is the end of the top of the second. All right, see if we can get these bats going. Vogelbach, who has been in decent form recently. He's got a piece of that, but that's going to be caught out there. Suspect by shortstop. Yes, he does make the play, and that is 1 away. Tamori to the plate. First pitch swinging. Maury's another one. He started cold, went hot, and then he's just kind of been average since then. What's his average? Was he like 250-ish? Where is he over here? Yeah, 259. So that's about standard. Uriner hasn't played many games. He's up now with a full count, 2 out. He strikes out as well. He's just kind of a utility option there, but obviously with J.P. Crawford needing the rest, he comes in. Can he make this play? Oh, can he ever? Makes it look easy in the end. Well done, Dickie Uriner. All right, who's up next? It's Ryan Zimmerman. Now, the back nose is the last, number 9 in the order. Can Corbin Martin sit him down? Come on, Corbin. That's been well hit. Reynolds is out there, and I think he's going to make what looks like a decent play in the end there. Well done to him. That is 2 away. And Jared Dyson, we had him in AAA last year, did we not? We did have him in AAA last year. So is he going to come back and haunt us? I'm very surprised to see him leading off the batting and batting 341. Maybe we should have been using him last year. Come on, Corbin. That is not going to get the job done. I would not hope anyway. There it is. That's the end of the innings. And I'm surprised to see Jared Dyson playing Major League Baseball. Anyway, Jake Frawley comes in now. Of course, he is playing for the out-of-form Malik Smith. Let's see what he can do. He's got a good piece of it. Rips it down to first base, though. In the end, it's a bit of an easy play, isn't it? And that is 1 away. Carlos Toki to the plate. Batting 250 this season. Hasn't played too much. He's only been caught up a few days. Maybe a week. But that is a strikeout from a full count. It brings up Freddie Galvis, only batting 160 this year. He has been disappointing with the bat. He's been in a frosty streak as well, actually, for most of the season. That's been popped up. That'll end the innings for us, and we go to the top of the fourth, sorry. We have been playing some baseball. Top of the fourth, still tied at zeros. Justin Turner now steps in. And he gets hit. Apparently, Corbin Martin does not like Justin Turner. Alec Bregman to the plate. Now, it's not the best time of the batting order, I'm going to say, to be hitting guys and getting them on base. First pitch swinging. They've tried to steal, and this time we can't get him. And with none out, there's a runner at second. And now you just start to worry with none out, don't you? It's a 0 or was it 3-0? And that is runners at first and second. No one out. Kyle Tucker to the plate. And he has a bit of contact and a bit of power. That's not a good combination. That's been crushed, and that'll be 3-0, I fear. Yep, that is gone. Well, you hit one, you walk one, and then you make a mistake, Corbin, and that's what's going to happen to you. Really, really disappointing. 3-0 now to the Houston Astros, and we've done it to ourselves, effectively, there. All right, Corbin, gather yourself together, mate. Let's get back on this. There we go, there we go. One thing that we have still struggled with this year, and I was hoping that we might be able to move past it. We still can't hit left-handed pitching. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the losses that we've had have been... I mean, obviously we've had some losses against right-handed pitching as well, but... Yeah, when you see the low-scoring games where we pitch well and lose, usually because we've been up against the lefty. All right, Taylor Walls, let's see if he can keep this hit streak going, shall we? 1-2's the count. Doesn't look good. He strikes out. I tell you what, for someone who hasn't played Major League Baseball this season, he's not going too bad, their starter, is he? Murphy, oh, Murphy's crushed that. Is that going to leave? Is it ever? Get out, ball, get out. There we go. We peg one back. Daniel Murphy with an absolutely wonderful drive over the right centre fence, 403 feet, and that pulls one back instantly. That's what we like to see. Only was it a second or third hit of the game? Only a second hit of the game, that one. Brian Reynolds now steps in. Can he double them up? It's a full count. It's 1 out. Go on, Reynolds. Reynolds back up the middle, and it does find its way into center field. That's a runner. It'll just be a single, won't it? And with Vogelbach to the plate, who has been in decent form, can we make them hurt here? Go on, Voggy. He has... No, that's going to get caught out there in left field, isn't it? And it's not going to get Reynolds to second either. So 2 out, runner stays at first, and it's Tamori. What can he do? First pitch swinging. We're going for the steal. I'm not sure I agree with that. He's not quick enough, and that'll do it for us. I feel like with someone like Morey at the plate who does have the ability to hit the ball deep, I don't know if stealing the first, stealing someone is the best idea, especially at 2 out. Just close your eyes and I guess get the runner into run scoring position. But I always think just close your eyes, have a swing, and see what happens. There we go. So that's 1 away though. A nice first out there for us. Ryan Zimmerman steps in. 1 and 2's the count on him. And he has hit that ball very, very well. Frawley's out there, and he does make a decent play in the end, and that is 2 away. Jared Dyson to lead them off, or not the lead-off man, I should say. He's not leading them off again. That's been popped up. Hopefully, Toki's going to make a catch. No, he's not. It's dropped in. And the ex-Mariner, who actually never was a Mariner, gets himself a base hit. And let's see if we can end this innings here, please. That's deep. Oh, Frawley's there, and he can't make the play, and Dyson is absolutely rapid. Can we keep him at third? Yes, we can. That's a decent play, actually, because you can see, or you may have noticed, look at his speed on the bases. He's absolutely rapid. All right, Martin, this is the guy that cracked you for a home run last time, isn't it? Or was it Tucker that did it low? This guy's 0-1, so it can't be him. But runners at second and third, we need this out. That has been popped up. It should be caught there by Dan Murphy. He does make the catch, and we get ourselves out of a little bit of trouble there. It remains 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and let's see what Morey can do. First pitch swinging. He's liked what he's seen, but he hasn't quite got enough of it. Get out. No, caught on the warning track. Unlucky. All right, Urina, let's see what he can do. He's 0 for 1 today. He's a really strange player, Urina. He tends to play better than his attributes suggest he should. He's one of those that you just kind of have to put in with, we look at him and think, oh, he's not much, but he as I said, he does tend to outperform his attributes. Here we go with Frawley, first pitch swinging. That's been well hit, has it? It has, but it's caught by the third baseman, line drive, and that does it for us in the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-1 down, and Jonathan Lasagna comes in. I think that's what his nickname was, wasn't it? It's up against Kyle Tucker, who of course went deep last time out. What would you say about that Corbin Martin start? He went 5, only 5 hits, but gave up 3 runs. And it was silly, wasn't it? It was really, really silly because he hit a bat up, walked a batter, and then, went for the home run. So let's see what Mr. Lasagna can do here. Another strikeout. When he's good, he's really good. This is someone, let me know what you think in the comments. Could he potentially be, his stamina's not great, but could he potentially be a starter to replace Baruki? He's doing an okay job out of the bullpen right now, so I'm kind of a little bit worried. I guess he's going to make a play there eventually. It's kind of, don't break what's not broken in the bullpen there. So I don't know if him, or maybe do we give Marco Gonzalez another chance as a starter? There is some youngsters in AAA. No one that sort of screams out, yes, I need to, I'm ready to come up to the majors. There's a lot of sort of 2.5 star guys. So I'm kind of thinking Galvis, he's hit that really well, but couldn't get it through the field, and that's 2 away. I'm kind of thinking, that's Tyler Walls. He will get one more bat, definitely, won't he? But hit streak on the line. Come on, Taylor. He has not got it there. Oh, and is he going to come on YouTube and freeze? And that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th. The pitcher's been injured on the plate. He'll have to be taken out of the ball game. So we're going to be facing a new pitcher next time up. Seth Beer to face Johnny Lasagna. Beer and Lasagna, there's a good combination, isn't it? That's been well hit, but Frawley should be there. Oh, it's over his head. Would Malik Smith have made that play? That's sort of instantly what I think, and it's a leadoff single. A double, sorry, that's not great. All right, Albert Abreu comes on now. He has been, look, ERA of 6. He's been very, very, one of these guys that's either brilliant or terrible. And that's not the start we wanted. And with none out, the runner goes to third. This is the other guy that could potentially go into the starting rotation. OSA ratings make him look a lot better than the head scout. So I'm not convinced by, just not convinced by him just yet. And he hasn't been doing it out of the bullpen, which makes you think, is he worth the chance? A strikeout would be a wonderful thing here, mate. He's infield's in, and that is 4-0, and that's an earned run on him too, isn't it? Did he give up the run? That hit? No, it was Lasagna that gave up the hit, wasn't it? Zimmerman to the plate, runner at first, none out, and you just start to fear that this game might be getting away from us a little bit. And he beat it's an infield hit as well. Oh, is the bullpen going to let us down? Dyson lays down a bunt. It's a good bunt as well. Can we at least get one? Oh, yes, and only just. But with one out, runners at second and third. This, I tell you what, Abreu, a strikeout would be a wonderful thing here for us, mate. Oh, he gets it. That's a huge, huge out. All right, 2 away. Can we end this without doing any further damage? Come on, Abreu. Oh, that's huge. Absolutely huge from Mr. Abreu. We get out of that innings, only giving up the 1 run. The deficit's back to 3, but we stretch. Ken Giles, or Gillies, or however you want to say that, comes into the game. He's going to face Daniel Murphy. Now, he's already gone long once today. Can he do it again? 3-1 is the count. It's a good hitting count, isn't it? What can he do? He walks. Okay, that's fine. Base runners are a wonderful thing. It's going to bring Brian Reynolds to the plate. Up against another new pitcher. It's a lefty this time. And we struggle against left-handed pitching. 0-2. This doesn't bode well, does it? Come on, what's your name? Reynolds. Strikes out. Vogelbach comes in. He struggles against lefties as well. 3-0. He walks. Okay, tying run to the plate, and it is Tamori. Tamori, who has, where is he over here? 1 home run, but 13 RBIs. So he's not necessarily going to go over the fence, but could he go deep? It's 0-2. Oh, he's driven it. Oh, it's down the third base line. It's a double play. What is it without hitting? And we just don't do a good job with the bat, do we? Abreu to continue. That should be an out. That should be an easy out. Galvo's just come tearing in, and it's not out. It's an infield hit. That's a frustrating one, isn't it? All right. Come on, Abreu. That's been hit. It should be caught out there by Toki. It is. And there we go. I think a lot of our problem, perhaps, with the bats right now is Malik Smith and... Oh, that's crushed. Oh, caught. No, it did go over. And that'll do it for the game, unfortunately. That's going to be 6-1, and we don't look like we have a second run in us, never mind another 5. So, yeah. It's only just cleared the fence, hasn't it? But it's gone far enough. We've only got 3 hits all game. I do think some of the problem with the hitting, and that's another hit. Abreu looks like he's falling to pieces here. Yeah, that's yours, Toki. Go get it, mate. Yep, come on. Take your time, mate. It's not like there's a base run or anything. He goes for the triple. Oh, well done, Toki. He was just luring him in. He was just making him think he'd get a triple, and then the bullet arm gets him at third. So that's 2 away. What was I saying about the batting? It's not helped right now by the fact that Malik Smith and Haniger, who in theory are 2 very big parts of our lineup, neither of them have been hitting a ball this season. So that doesn't help. But then, you know, it seems to like there's always an excuse. Oh, Uriner! Where'd that come from? That's absolutely ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a leadoff double. And unfortunately, we need 5 runs. But we just might be able to get 1 here. You never know. A leadoff double from Uriner. It brings up Jake Frawley. He's got a frosted streak now as well. We would have been better off with Malik Smith, as it turns out. It's got a full count. And he walks. Okay, base runners could be a good thing here. Carlos Toki batting .214. He's 0 for 2 today, though. Another new pitcher comes in. It's Forrest Whitley. What can Frawley do? Come on, mate. Was it Frawley? No, who was it? It's Toki. Toki. Oh, they've loaded the bases. None out with a walk. It is Freddie Galvis. Can you do something wonderful here, Freddie? You've already hit 1 home run this year. It's 0-2. I don't like where this is going. The worst possible thing, he's struck out. At least if he didn't do a double play, we would have scored a run. It's Tyler Wall's hit streak on the line. Loaded bases, 1 out. Anybody else see the double play coming here? I have a vision. Oh, it's 3-0. They've walked him. They've walked in a run. Unfortunately, that's probably going to mean the end of his hitting streak at 15 games. But that doesn't really matter right now. It's Daniel Murphy. He is the tying run. He's already sent 1 over the fence. He's 2 for 2. What can the Murph do? He's got it in. That's going to score 2 at least. And it's 6-4. There's still only 1 out. It is going to score, isn't it? Yes, it is. And Is this game still alive after all? Brian Reynolds comes in, the face of Sooner. He hasn't pitched yet this season. It's a righty, which I think helps us. Reynolds, it's 1-2. Just don't strike out, mate. Oh, he does strike out. So it's going to come down to Vogelbach. Can Vogelbach send us into the lead? Go on, Denny boy. Come on. He has... Oh, get down. Get down. Get down. No. Oh, it ends the innings. But we've given ourselves a chance. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-4. And it is Abreu to continue. I don't know if I agree with this decision, but here we are. Come on, Albert. Oh, for f***'s sake. Scott Severus, he needs to learn when to take a pitcher out. That really, really annoys me. Oh, now you do it, you moron. Gonzalez comes in. Maybe some of the bullpen's tied. I don't know. Anyway, Gonzalez, as the horse runs off into the sunset, we've shut the barn door and wonder where our horse has gone. And he's hit him. Perfect. It's an old player. That's all right. If you can't, yeah, I don't mind that. I'll take that. Take that on the chin. That is, is that going to be a double play? No, Dyson's a bit too quick for that one, I think. So there's one out, but the runner does go to second. We've already done ourselves a little bit of damage, of course, with the home run. Can Gonzalez keep us in this game, though? That's been popped up. It should be caught out there by Reynolds. That'll be 2 away. Is Dyson quick enough? He's not even going to attempt it. He goes back to second. All right, can we end the innings here? If we can do 3 runs again. It's the wrong part of the order, though. That's the problem, isn't it? Oh, that's been crushed. It's going to be caught out there. Well taken by Toki. But you suspect if that had landed in the right area, we would have been looking at even more runs. Kimbrell comes in. Tamori leads us off. Kimbrell's going to be tough to get 3 runs off, isn't he? And that's just to tie it. We've only done 5 hits all game. We can't really complain. Maury, that is a regulation ground ball to second base. And that's not the way we wanted to start, is it? Because, I mean, now we're looking at the weakest part of our order. Uriner is 1 for 3. He got a nice hit last time out, didn't he? Can he do something similar? He has grounded that straight to shortstop. That'll be 2 away. And it's going to be the mother of 2-out rallies now. And it's Jake Frawley, who is 0 for 2 and doesn't look like he knows what a bat is right now. He's hit that. He's popped it up, though. And that, my friend, is going to be the game. Unfortunately, he did make the catch, did he? Yeah, he did make the catch. Unfortunately, we have lost to the Astros. And I feel like a lot of that was our own doing. So there we go. We slip a little bit further back of 500. A little bit further back of the playoffs at the top of the division. We're 6 games back now. And recent form, the last 10, doesn't look like it's our friend, does it? But... yeah, no, let me know what you think in the comments. It's hitting, isn't it? That I almost feel like the bullpen is good to go, but hitting is definitely the problem. I might even start looking for trades, to be honest. Maury's got into a frosted streak as well now. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to improve the hitting. There's guys that should be better than they are, and that we're just not getting anything out of them. So anyway, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that for some reason, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back, I think it's May 25th or May 26th. Where are we here? May 26th is the first year player draft. So we'll come back for that. We'll play the San Francisco Giants. It's at home, so there won't be a designated hitter, but we get to laugh at their pitchers. No, there will be a designated hitter. So yeah, their pitchers won't have to bat. So that's it for next time, guys. Until Friday, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.